when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. You gotta sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. You gotta sing when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. Sing, sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go.
Hello and welcome to episode 69, no sniggering at the back, of the Sing When You're Winning, a fantasy football league oddity podcast featuring distant cousins of podcast royalty and a very special guest this week who we will reveal very shortly. But waiting in line for the podcast to go on this week, as always, it's myself, Jamie, we've got Steve, and we've got Jersey Chris. Hello, how are we all doing this? It's almost Friday morning at point of recording. I think this is the closest we'll ever get to Friday morning, to be fair. And Lee is in Disco Spoons this Friday morning. So he was going to dial in for commentary effect, but he hasn't, unfortunately.
It's a bit early. It was for a breakfast, Spoons, is it?
Is it ever too early for a breakfast at Spoons? I mean,
a breakfast Spoons disco or whatever, yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, there's airport Spoons, isn't there? And there's Blackpool, next to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, there's a Spoons that serves booze before Blackpool Pleasure Beach even opens.
Amazing.
So, there you go. That is the life. But yeah, this week we've got, partly because of our special guest as well, there's a bit of a link here. But there was sad news in the week that John Virgo sadly passed away. Yeah. So it got me thinking. Have you ever played a trick shot, guys? Have you ever pulled off a trick shot? Is that something you've ever done on a snooker table, on a pool table, or none of that?
Well, I suppose I've practiced it on a pool table, but on a snooker table, I'm just happy for any ball to go in.
Any ball to go in, yeah. You got to put as many balls as you can and all that good stuff. But yeah, how about you, Jersey Chris? Are you a bit of a snooker player, or are you more into your paddle and tennis?
Well, Steve will probably tell you I can't play snooker because I'm not tall enough. I'll get my leg to the table, it's too far. But darts is good. So I once threw a dart and then I threw the second dart and I landed on top of the feather.
Oh, yeah. That's quite common.
It's not.
It's quite common.
It is. I've done it loads of times.
Right.
Good stuff. I thought you were going to talk. It was like a Robin Hood Prince of Thieves type moment there with your dart. Yeah. And are you watching the Six Nations in the background this week? There, Jersey
yeah, last night's result because I didn't see it.
Yeah, you recorded last night. Don't no spoilers. We know how much we don't like those, so keep it a secret for us all. But yeah, let's welcome our special guest. And yeah, a very well, not so much a weak link because it's massive where you work, isn't it, Mr. Bird? Welcome along, Tom Bird, this week, third time on the pod, I believe. So welcome along, Newcastle fan, and wearing a York City shirt this week as well, which is very good to see.
And supporting Sheffield United as well.
And supporting Sheffield United. He's open to all this season.
Leeds reserves, as we're now calling them.
Yeah, exactly. As long as they're massively underachieving, I'll take them on. Yeah, I it's sad about John Virgo. I work at the Crucible Theatre, and so he's an absolute legend there. And like we'll all remember Big Break, of course, but it's the thing he said when when the cue ball's rolling towards the hole and he goes, "Where's the cue ball going?" I absolutely love. He says it every time, and an amazing life, I think. And glad to see him go.
Absolutely. And when you're working, when obviously the snooker's on at the Crucible, do you get to know a lot of the personalities? Are you lucky enough to kind of get close to them, or do you kind of leave them to their own thing? Or
yeah, like you leave them to do their thing because it's like in a way it's high end professional sport, obviously, and they're like they go and do their thing. But then there's just such a weird thing is you can be in the green room and you can turn around and there's Ronnie O'Sullivan, like having a cup of tea, or and then in like the bars and the cafes around the Crucible in Sheffield, you get everyone, you get Steve Davis will sit down next to you, and these guys will have a chat with you. you know, which is brilliant. And so I really love it when the snooker's on. It's like, because 49 weeks of the year we're a theatre, like producing theatre, producing musicals, producing plays, and then it's just I obviously love my sport, and it's like it's a little world into sort of high end.
Total dream. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Awesome. And they do it. We in York, we get to see them hanging around in December as well now, obviously, because they go to the Barbican. They have been for the last couple of years. Interestingly, though, a bit of a random aside to that. I remember Ronnie O'Sullivan slagging off the Barbican, as I recall, a couple of years ago, saying it was like a crap venue. And I went to see the Fast Show live last week at the Barbican. And they kept making jokes all the way throughout about what a shithole it was backstage. He said, last time we were here in York, we were at the beautiful Theatre Royal. What a beautiful theatre. And now we're in this shithole. It was like, and I thought, I seem to recall Ronnie O'Sullivan saying something similar. So, yeah, I don't think the Barbican is particularly great, from what I can gather. Anyway.
Must be pretty grim. I'll have to ask Rick or whoever else has been there.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, we're lucky in York, aren't we, to have so many theatres and stuff like that, with the Theatre Royal and the Opera House and stuff. But yeah, you used to work at the Theatre Royal, Tom, yeah?
Yeah, I ran the Theatre Royal in York for 5.5 years, which was great fun and really happy time. That's an amazing place. It's built in the 1740s, but it's got kind of a Roman street underneath it. It's got a bit of medieval architecture backstage. Yeah. Just unbelievable. I mean, it's classic York, you know, but it's just unbelievable. The history of it. It's got a ghost called the Grey Lady.
Oh. Have you met her, Tom?
I didn't. I did sometimes feel a little bit scared working on my own backstage late at night. But I never encountered it. But loads of people are absolutely adamant that they did. So there you go.
Yeah, that would definitely, it would shit me up if I thought that was going to, there was anything spooky around. But there you go. Doesn't take much. Cool. Shall we talk some football? And Tom will talk a bit more about Newcastle United in a bit as well. But let's talk about fantasy football. How's your season going at the moment, Tom? How are you getting on?
It's the worst FPL season I've had for ages. So I'm just so I've just got loads of things wrong this year. You know, when the prices change, I've missed quite a lot of the prices change and then not being able to kind of get the guys in time. And I haven't mastered this DEFCONs thing at all. And like I'm still like picking the wing backs, which is apparently not what you're meant to do anymore. But so yeah, it's not quite worked out for me this year. But I'm still kind of hopeful. I'm still like hoping to I'm doing all right in the Champions League. Apart from that.
Tell us about the Champions League, because we've not focused on that much, mainly because we're probably not in it. But yeah, how are you finding the Champions League?
I love it because I'm doing all right in it and I'm rubbish in all the others. But I think you've got to, what was it, Steve? The top eight.
Top eight, and I'm just looking now. You're 11th at the moment.
In that, there's only 8 on there. Oh, I'm not even doing.
You get in the top 8, but you're 11th out of 20.
Oh, in the Premier League.
Right. And in the Premier League, you're 12th, so you're very similar in both, really.
Okay. I had an idea I was doing better in the Champions League. So yeah, doing rubbish and everything, really. But you know.
Well, you've got the Potions Cauldron Cup. Are you in the first round as well?
I thought you were getting near the bottom, but you're not actually 12th.
I've got a little speaker here. For winning the cup.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's brilliant, I think.
That is a good little.
They actually work. Amazing.
Yeah.
Excellent. But yeah, Potions Cauldron Cup first round this weekend. Are you in that, or are you doing too well, Tom? Are you in the Potions Cauldron Cup?
I don't know. I hope so.
Or have you got a bye?
I don't know, because I did all right in that, I think, and then got a box of.
If you're in the top 37 overall, you're not in the first round, so I'm okay. Right. Chris, you'll be all right here? Chris,
I'm definitely in the cup. I know for a fact I'm in the cup.
Keep talking about the potions, and I'll just show you something.
Oh mate, come on then. Here comes the Potions. Here comes the Potions Cauldron. Is this Manager of the Month prizes?
This is what you get.
Well, let's have a look at that.
Lovely, isn't it?
Amazing.
You've got to be the best
That
manager.
winning formula.
Winning formula. I must admit, Chris, it looks better on the shop when I'm
the
in
window.
York. No, when I walk into the shop and I look at it and go, let's have a look at what I could have won.
That's maybe why you're doing rubbish, Chris, because you haven't opened it yet and it's winning formula. You need to have a swing.
I'm
saving it for when I beat you, Stephen.
Okay, yeah.
Surely you have to drink it the weekend you're playing,
No.
Steve.
Yeah.
If that's your main aim in the season, Chris, then
So it always makes me happy.
how tin pot you are.
Oh dear.
But yeah, Chris and Jamie both in the cup. Jamie's got Mike Bushell.
I know. I'm not looking forward to that. He's flying this season, isn't he? Doing well.
Yeah.
Mike, loads of transfers this weekend. You know, it makes sense.
He's moved on from that. He's moved on. He's learned. He's evolved.
He has. But yeah, hopefully I'll get through the cup, because if I get knocked out of the cup, well, saying that, we'll come on to the championship. It's getting crazier every week, the points in there, but we'll come on to talk about that. Shall we have a look back at game week 24 then? We're flying through the season. So yeah, the people who everyone are buying, the sheep players who people are going for, getting in their club. Rare, everyone's back on him. It mainly Arsenal. Gabriel, everyone's back on him. I think I might swap Timber out for Gabriel actually, because he's scoring way more points and still in the same defence. Fernandez and João Pedro, everyone's jumping on, because he, despite the stupid decision to bench him at the weekend, he still came on and bagged some decent points, which was good to see. But
Get out of my club.
Roofs, surprisingly, people are ditching him. I think Sunderland's still doing all right. Dorgu, because of the injury. Saka, because of the injury. And Thiago, because I think, again, he's very hit and miss. He'll score. He'll do really well, like 1 in 5 or 6, and I think people get tired of him. But yes, those are the top tips potentially. And praised by the chairman this week, ranked game week 94,437 out of 12 point something million. That's very high, with 85 points was Stu Dunn. So huge congratulations to Stu for that. And sacked in the morning, and this is a very low rank, 12.5 million. There's only 12.6, isn't there? So he must have been very near the bottom. But with 30 points when the average was 55 was Jonas, I'm afraid to say.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I think that's the lowest I've seen this season.
I think so. Yeah.
12.5. But yeah, I mean, just look at who he had in his team. He had Haaland as captain, which again is a big talking point. He had Rice, Semenyo, Foden, Odegaard in his midfield wasn't bad. Thiago up front. He didn't really have his defense is a bit weird, but yeah, he's got Goodmanson, James, and how is it Thiaw for Newcastle in defence?
Yeah,
and he has Donna Summer in goal, who didn't have a great weekend, did he? But other than that, 30 points.
Yeah, dodgy defence, isn't it? He's a Newcastle fan though, so
yeah.
Is Jonas a Newcastle fan?
Is Thiaw even playing? Does he even start?
Yeah,
Well,
he's class.
He got 0 points at the weekend though.
Yeah, I'm not sure about FPL because we concede a lot, but he's class, brilliant player.
All right. Good stuff. Well, do you want to take us through the leagues, Steve, in full?
I can. As Jamie just said, average is 55 this week. In the Premier League, the top score was Tom Gregory, who's not been doing great this season. He got 75 to beat Mark Somerton, who's been dropping off lately. Others in the 70s, Leon Farrer got 75 to beat Tim Ward. That was top v bottom there, so Tim's still struggling away there. Ed Chester's got 71 to beat Ben Shires, he's 46. Chris Payne beat Dan Stewart, 70-62. Adam Devlin, last week's guest, beat Paul Chambers-Tonner, 71-69. Chris, you won with a 47. 47-41 against Rich Archer, and Rich Archer's right up there as well.
Yeah.
When your luck's in.
It is. I'm staying up.
Shocking.
Come on,
I don't think you would have beaten many teams this week, Chris, but
It's fine. You've got to play your Peter, can't you? So
that's the luck you need when you're scraping away at the bottom, isn't it? Pitiful team. And Tom, you won 56-38 against Neil Martin. He's starting to struggle down there, is Neil Martin. Championship then, as we've already said, is very tight. Stu was the overall scorer and obviously the highest scorer in the championship, 85, to beat top of the table Joe Derrick, who got 70. So Joe did all right, but up against Stu. Andrew Clancy got 78, beat Lee Nicholson 60. Jamie Hurst 75, beat Nicola Dunn, who only got 51. She's lost the last 2 or 3 now.
She's playing me at the weekend, though. She'll win. Don't worry. She'll win.
She'll definitely need to win that one. Well, I think at one point over the weekend she was going to be 4th, and then she ended up losing, and then I think she's 14th or something now.
Yeah, it's very weird,
Alistair Griffin, 73, beat Carl Sewells, 56. Michelle got a birthday win. She beat Phil Pinder. Jamie, you beat Coles, 65-61.
I believe that was game of the weekend, according to Cole. He said everyone knows that's the game of the weekend. So that's there you go, Cole. Game of the weekend, and what did you do? You lost. That's all I'm going to say.
And Swanee, also last week's guest, so they both of them won. Both last week's guests got the bounce, so you might get a win.
Yeah, you do.
The bounce is back.
Yeah.
Swanee beat Lee, 61-55. League One, Mike Bushell was the second highest of a 70. Unfortunately, he was playing Sophie Ridge, who got 71. Ben Halliwell got 67. He beat Nigel Clark's 43. And good wins at the bottom for Nathan Clark, Stu Kelly, and Craig Wilson at the bottom of the table there. And Steve Wybrandt beat Grace in a top of the table clash, 53-51, but that's because he used his bench boost.
Yes, to do it.
League Two, a few of the teams in the 70s there. Joe Singleton got 72. George Pearson got 72. Jack Bandera, who was going to be guesting this week but had to back out because he's got a new play starting this week. And rehearsals were going very slow, he said, so he was having to back out. He got 74. Felix White got 78 to beat Mikey, and Mikey got 71, so he was a bit unlucky to lose that one. And Maddox and Frankie played out a very miserable 39-42, Frankie winning that one. That's even worse than your game, Chris. Conference League. Finn Dunn, he got 76 to beat Steve Bradley's 47. Adam Comstive was the next best score there. He got 64 to beat Jack Carroll's 43. Chris Murray one-pointed Freddie Gaminara, 49-50. And Chesney lost to his manager and great rival, James Giddings, 55-50. That concludes all those. Just mentioned the Potions Cauldron Cup starts this weekend. The key games there. Ben Shires will be hosting the holder, Ben Shires, that is.
Yep.
He of the Stolen Cup drama last season.
Yeah.
He's playing Lee Cooper.
Oh.
And there's chance for giant killings for we've got some Premier League versus Conference League matches.
Oh, good stuff.
So we've got Nikolai Costa-Waldo is playing Conference League Steve Bradley. Daniel Stewart, also of the Premier League, is playing Chris Murray, and Andrew Chester is playing Frank Days. Frank Days doing okay.
He is. Good start. Back.
Gonna have a quick whiz through the tables. In the Premier League, then Leon is top still. He's got 52. Adam is back up to second, 51. I've got 49. Jim Daly has 48, and Rich Archer beaten by Chris, humiliated by Chris, has got 48 as well. Tom there, who just sneaked into 12th place there. And down at the bottom, Neil Martin has slipped down then to 21st. He's got 27 points. Chris has jumped up to 19th now, but the bottom three, 5 points away. Nikolai Costa-Waldo, 22. Andrew Chester, 22. And Tim Ward, still bottom, and 15 points. So he's 12 points from safety now. Tom's taken the Mark Morris on this one, and
he has. He sent us a message. He's going to check for something, but it's the opportune moment for our guests.
It is the time to do it.
Is,
Championship then. Top is Joe Derrick with 51 points. Second is Alex Renton, 48. Then there's a little gap to Alistair Griffin with 43. Ross Millard is now in the top four. He's got 40. Phil Pinder has 37, but that's when the madness starts, and then it's 37, 36 is.
There's loads of us on 36.
dropping right down to Swanee, who's got out of the bottom three. Now he's got 31 points, but the bottom three are Rich Lay, Rich Pipes, and Cole Jenkins. And in League One, Ben Halliwell still top, 48 points. Second is now Steve Wybrandt with 45. Mike Bushell drops out, he's got 43. Grace Maloney, Ben Hope, and Mark Morris in the playoff spots. And down at the bottom, the relegation zone is Nathan Clark with 31, Nigel Clark with 27, Jonas Rodabo with 27, and bottom is Vicky Sparks with 25. Jonas and Vicky play each other this week. So if Jonas wins that, Vicky could be well adrift. And again, League Two and Conference League have just started, so I'm not even going to go through their league tables yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we'll see what happens this coming weekend on the games. I just spotted something as well, a bit of a talking point. I was going to say it for later, but on the old Six Nations, I don't know if you've read this week or even seen that ITV are starting to show ads while the game is actually on.
Oh, no.
But it probably sounds worse than it actually is, because the people are worried that it's going to link into when they do the World Cup coverage. But basically what's happening is when there's a scrum, they're splitting the screen, and half of the screen is an ad, but half the screen you can still see it, but there's an ad. But everyone's getting a bit upset and concerned. We're going more American, and is this because if they start doing it, will the big hitters like Sky and TNT, you would probably think they would, suddenly it'll be like all over the shop. But if they did it for the World Cup, I think they've had a fair amount of abuse on social media about the doing it for the Six Nations as well. Don't know what anyone's thoughts are on that.
I think football gets enough money, to be fair. They don't really need to be doing it, especially the World Cup. Gets too much coverage.
No.
They get a full half time to show a few adverts. And we don't need that distracting us. We've got enough nonsense with VAR.
Yeah, exactly.
Might liven up the England games a bit.
Saying that, they might throw in adverts when VAR taking 5 minutes to.
Well, yeah, that might be more entertaining, to be fair.
Depends on the adverts are, to be fair, as well.
Yeah.
If they're football related, it's fine.
Well,
vaginal dryness.
I'm going to edit that bit. I'm just going to have you saying vaginal dryness. I'm going to clip that.
Well, they keep showing it when I'm having my breakfast on a morning. I think, what sort of advert is this for a morning?
I don't think I've ever seen an advert for vaginal dryness. Not that I want to.
Yeah.
I'm not missing out.
No.
I don't watch much adverts though. I watch a lot of recorded TV and then fast forward the hell through them. So
probably best
anyway,
not.
coming to a breakfast table near you, vaginal dryness. Everybody, there we go. This Friday morning. This
whole section is getting edited.
I might just edit it out and put it somewhere completely different to confuse people. Anyway, let's move very swiftly on. Let's look at the January transfer window closed. So has anyone seen any of the big transfer signings and thought, I'm going to get them in my team, or has it changed your thinking? So the big signings of the window is obviously Gay, Semenyo, Strand Larson, Gallagher at Spurs. Of those four, I know there's others. Has anyone changed or moved people around and gone, no, actually, no, I don't want them because they're now playing for somebody else? Or has it not affected your gameplay? Tom, how about you?
Has Mateta left Palace?
No, he was about to.
Yeah,
and he failed his medical. So he's
failed his medical.
But Palace, and now I believe I read something midweek that there was talk they might actually operate on him, kind of thing. So he might be out anyway, but I don't know how true that is. It might just be
I heard similar. I heard they were kind of sent him to Milan hoping he was going to pass his medical, but now he's not. He's off for surgery. He's out for 4 months.
Yeah.
Dwight McNeil's not very happy about it, is he?
Yeah.
Well, his other half was raging about it on social media. She was less than
I'm reading it all. Bloody hell! I want my 5 minutes back.
It's when you think you're getting your dream move, but I'm guessing that must have been connected to the Mateta move, and when the Mateta move fell down, they were like, actually, we can't afford you anymore, mate. That was my reading of it.
Well, I had Guy in my team from Palace, but then I put in Semenyo, so then I had 4 City players, so I've taken Guy out, and then I think Tammy Abrahams might be worth a shout. He scored in his debut, didn't he?
Yeah.
But apart from that, Conor Gallagher, Spurs are hit and miss. Probably not. I know he got an assist the other night, but yeah, no, not really. Larson probably.
He's a no. He's a no.
Yeah.
Paid, isn't he? That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think he's up to much, is he?
No, he was a strange signing for me. I don't think he was particularly setting the world alight anyway, so I'm surprised Palace went for him, but you never know. Could be proved wrong and all of that. But yeah, I think for me, Semenyo's obviously just gone from strength to strength at City, though, isn't he? It's like I can't see how he won't be starting most games, even with Pep Roulette, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he's the obvious one, isn't he? I put him in after his first couple of games. I thought, yeah, he's obviously a better Doku.
Yeah,
might start making him captain now because Haaland's just off the boil, isn't he?
Well, a lot of people are starting to drop Haaland off captain. I was looking at the weekend how many people had Haaland as captain and how many, and I think it was about 50-50 in the championship, whereas up until recently it's been more 90-95%. But I think people are starting to get a bit tired.
Yeah, I think a lot went for Bruno last week, didn't they? And then did quite well, didn't he?
I went for João Pedro and was cursing when he didn't start, but like I said, came off in the end, which was good. Right, let's have a look at predictions then for this coming weekend. Last weekend, Leeds Arsenal.
All you idiots went for blooming Leeds, didn't you?
Yeah, none of us saw well, you predicted it, Steve, and Mavis also predicted an Arsenal win, if you remember.
Yeah.
So yes, that was, but 4-0. Nobody thought it was going to be the thrashing that it was, unfortunately.
I had a day off football that day.
Sorry, you had a day off football.
Football, yeah. Right.
Fair enough. But Liverpool, Newcastle, Adam went 4-3. So he was the closest there on that one. But again, quite a few people went for a Newcastle win. Didn't happen though. And Villa, Brentford, Swanee went 2-0 Brentford actually. So he was the closest there. The rest of us all went for Villa wins. Sorry, Lee went 2-1 as well. But let's discuss this weekend's games. And starting tonight, Friday night football on the TV, it's Leeds against Forest. So you boys must be quite excited at the thought of a Friday night in front of the TV.
It's not exciting.
Is it?
That's very dirty.
Yeah, but Forest are a team you should be beating at home. Am I right?
We should. Doesn't mean we will. I mean, technically, we could end the weekend 9 points clear of West Ham, or we could end the weekend 3 points clear of West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're at.
The last few years, we haven't really played well against Forest. They do seem to just turn a screw against us and do us. Like the Forest game at theirs, I mean, I was so embarrassed. The way we played was just ridiculously bad. But I'm going to be confident under the floodlights, Ellen Road. It's going to be loud.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1-0 win Leeds.
1-0. All right.
I hope it's 5-0, but
yeah.
Well, Steve, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm going to have to be optimistic this week, and I'm going to say, like Chris, under the lights, drunken crowd, up for it, 2-0 to Leeds.
Yeah,
oh, come on. Are you going, or could you not get tickets for this one?
Don't think so.
Yeah, with it being a Friday night, I wasn't sure if on telly there might have been tickets, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It might be a takeaway at home instead.
Yeah. Sounds sensible. I'm going to go 3-1. I have a feeling you'll stuff Forest. I hope you do, to be fair. I'm not a fan of Dyche, never have been. So I would quite like that.
I hope these predictions go better than last week.
Than last week's, yeah. It's not looking good. I think Tom needs to save you. He needs to go for a Forest win. Go on, Tom, what do you reckon?
Nah, Friday night, Ellen Road, it's 2-1 Leeds. And Leeds scored the last minute.
Leeds score in the last minute. That'd be good. But yeah, we've cursed you. Sorry, guys. The full house is on.
Sorry.
So there we go. But let's have a look at Saturday lunchtime. Man U Spurs. So it's quite an interesting one for Saturday. I'm going to start on this one because obviously I've said plenty about Mr. Carrick, but I think he's coming good. So I did want to say when he was Borough manager, I did say that he played some decent football, and if he had decent players, they would come off. I did genuinely think he would mess up more than he has. I still think he will mess up by the end of the season, but Spurs are crap. So I reckon 3-0 Man U. I hope I'm wrong, but there we go.
Well, you're as fickle with Michael Carrick as Chris is with Daniel Farker.
No, I still think Carrick cocked up big style at Borough. I'm not fickle on that point. He did.
And we are 16th in the league as well. So,
Like, I genuinely think Carrick cocked up at Borough. I did, but I admit that I've been wrong so far. But I do think they'll cock up.
Will they go crap again, and then you're going to go, well, I told you all.
Of course I will. Of course I will. I'm like that character on the Fast Show changes his mind depending on who he talks to.
and Borough are flying now as well, aren't they?
We're not talking about that, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
We're not cursing that one.
We're almost guaranteed promotion.
Oh, no, they're not.
No.
They're absolutely not.
SWYW Champions.
We've got Sheffield United on Monday night.
I'm going to that.
Are you going to that? I hope you come out slightly disappointed. But I will not talk about Middlesbrough going up until they do, and then I won't shut up about it. But yes, so yeah, I've gone 3-0 Man U. Tom, what do you reckon?
Yeah, 3. I'm going 3-2 Man United. I think Man United score a ton here. I think I fancy Spurs to get a couple, but like can't see past the Man United win. Captain Bruno Fernandes maybe again, pretty tempting.
Yeah, I think Bruno's the man to have, isn't he? Steve, what do you reckon? Man U Spurs?
Yeah, I think Man U 3-1.
3-1. And Chris, how about you?
And Burmo hat-trick would be nice.
Oh, I hope not. I haven't got him in my team.
I've been willing Spurs on all season, and they keep letting me down. So I'm going to go for a Man United 4-2 win.
Well, so if you're listening, Cole, that's Man U screwed because we've gone for half of people going for Man U. And the Super Sunday, I'm looking forward. It's actually a good weekend of football on the telly. Liverpool City on 4:30 on Sunday. Bit of cracking little game, wasn't it? Who wants to go first on this one?
Interesting.
Steve, what do you reckon?
Well, Liverpool have picked up recently, and City are still hit and miss, aren't they?
They are hit and miss.
1-1.
1-1. I'd be slightly disappointed if it was 1-1. I think there'd be more goals in it. But Tom, how about you?
Yeah, I had 2 all in my head for this. I reckon they're both maybe a little bit leaky, but I fancy at Anfield. Can't quite see a City win. Yeah, so 2.
Was that a Desmond? Was it 2-2?
2-2, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Chris?
I'm going to go 3-1 City.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think Ekitike has come back good. Not that he ever went off the ball that much, but he seems to have got his scoring boots on. And yeah, I still don't think City are the tightest in defence, to be fair. So I think Desmond 2-2 is a good shout, to be fair. I think there'll be goals, but yeah, I think City are not going to win the league. They possibly threatened it, but I can't see Arsenal blowing it now, to be fair. So it'll be interesting to see who wins the the Carabao Cup as well between them two, because I think that'll be a decent final. Actually, they'll both have full strength teams out and all that good stuff. But yes, so anyway, we shall. There's 3 lots of predictions, and as ever, who the hell knows? We shall find out at the weekend. But before we have our big quiz, Tom, just gonna have a bit of a chat around what's happening at Sheffield Theatres at the moment. Anything exciting to tell us about?
Yeah, we're doing a play about football, right? Which is very exciting. So it's quite rare. Basically, with apologies to lots of people who've done plays about football in history, there haven't always been the best bedfellows theatre in football.
Yeah.
But then a guy called James Graham, playwright called James Graham, wrote a play a couple of years ago called Dear England.
Yes.
That was at the National Theatre in London and has then toured, and it was in the West End and it's toured about Gareth Southgate in the run-up to the 2022 World Cup, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. And so that's Reset the Dial. And we're doing a play called The Ladies Football Club, which is a massive new show in the Crucible. That's about the start of women's football.
Wow.
in Sheffield. What happened was basically that there were in the First World War, the men went off to fight in France, and the women went into the factories to work in the munitions factories.
Yeah.
And as happened in these factories, sports teams got kind of founded, and the women started playing football matches, and the crowds for these women's football matches were absolutely massive. And it was like, the Premier League of the day between 1914 and 1918. And the men got back from the war in 1918 and said, yeah, right, can't play anymore. Even though these were like massive, massively followed.
They'd have been household names, wouldn't they, from that point of view?
And so it sort of tells the story of that. It's on for basically the whole of March at the Crucible, and I think it looks, it's in the second or third week of rehearsal and looks absolutely brilliant. So I think that should be great fun. Yeah.
Good stuff. So that's the whole of March. I might have to have a look at getting a little trip over to Sheffield then. Sounds cool. Good. So are there any, is it like a local play, or is it kind of who's behind it? Is there any big stars in it, or?
It's a guy called Stefano Massini who wrote it, and he's an Italian guy actually, but he was interested in the founding of ladies football in Sheffield, and then it's adapted by Tim Firth, who wrote the who wrote the Take That musical with Gary Barlow. It's got an amazing cast of people. So it's got Ellie Leach from Coronation Street in it, and brilliant cast of actors. Obviously 11 actors.
Yeah.
It should be
definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, it'll definitely be good.
Good stuff. Yeah, Tim Firth started on, didn't he write Preston Front and that, and Once Upon a Time in the North back in the 90s?
Don't know. Okay.
On TV. Yeah, I remember watching those. Like, they were quite good comedies at the time, like drama, like comedy drama type stuff.
He's a really funny writer. Funny.
It was really good stuff. Yeah, nice one. Definitely worth a watch. So yeah, if you sing when you winners watching, listening in, maybe even have a trip to the theatre. We could be cultured. Steve doesn't always have to be going to see although Chesney's playing, isn't he, next month?
Yeah.
At the Broodnell as well. So lots of things happening. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that, Tom. Thanks for that. As you're a Newcastle United fan, and as I'm a Borough fan, and I just thought we'd have we could do a Northeast footballing quiz. Obviously, I'm not taking part in it, but I thought we'd ask Copilot or ChatGPT for 100 questions about Northeast football. So I think you've been back on the pod, Tom, since when we do the 1 to 100. Have you done that one where you literally pick a number between 1 and 100?
Okay, no, but I get it.
Yeah, it's very easy to get. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we'd done it last time you were on. Essentially, you pick a number. Each of you will have 3 rounds. You pick a number between 1 and 100, and even if it's the easiest question in the world, I'll ask you it, and you might get the point, or it could be the most obscure question in the world, and for that I apologise. Looking down this lot, there are some ridiculously dumb easy questions, so I apologise. And there are some stinkers as well. So
I had some feedback from last week's Snicko or Thicko.
Oh, come on then. I'm interested. Let's see the feedback.
Snicko and Thicko was rubbish.
It was. I said at the time, though, I did say the concept is better than the delivery.
And they said the not a patch on the player profiles from last year.
Yeah, we need to get back to the player profiles. There is that. I did think after the event that Snicko or Thicko could have been better, but I don't know whether to tell you how it could have been better or to leave it for next time. Swanee is on the pod, but I've got an idea that will make it more entertaining.
Oh.
So I'll keep that. See, maybe when Brez is on next time, we'll play Snicko or Thicko, but the much improved version. I think it's fair to say.
There you go, listener.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There you go for your feedback. you said we did. Right, pick a number, 1 to 100. Tom, you kick off.
92.
Ooh. Scrolling. 92 is Middlesbrough's crest features what iconic symbol?
It's like it's a red lion rampant.
You've apart from the word
Rampant
red,
lion.
the answer is a rampant lion. That's amazing. Well done. So yeah, they didn't even say a red rampant lion. You said it better. There you go. One. I almost want to give you 2 points for calling it a rampant lion, but no, I'll give you 1. Otherwise, these will get upset. Chris, pick a number.
80.
80. Okay. So, Newcastle signed Joe Linton from which club? Tom's ready for the steal here.
South American, isn't it?
Tom's ready for the steal.
South American.
It's not South American.
Was it Fenerbahce?
Nope.
No.
Tom's stealing.
Tell him the country. Tell Chris the country at least.
Can I go? It's Germany. It's Germany, from Germany.
Germany, yeah, it's Germany.
Yeah. Oh no, we've got no. I thought some Sao Paulo or something.
You're good at your South American football, as we discovered the other week.
That's why I didn't get it.
Yeah, Tom, go on. Who is it?
It's Hoffenheim.
It is Hoffenheim. You've stolen the point. 2-0. Steve, pick a number 100.
2.
You know the easy ones are up front.
Easier.
I almost know these are. I really don't ask. I tell you what, no one's allowed the first 20 questions, but as you pick 2, you can have it. What is the nickname of Newcastle United?
The Magpies.
Yeah, see, they're ridiculously easy. The other ones, what is Middlesbrough usually known as to fans? Which river runs through Newcastle? Yeah, well, you can't pick between 1 and 20. Too easy. Right, Tom, go ahead. 21 to 100.
22.
99.
99.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm scrolling. Newcastle's famous tunnel camera series is called what?
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't even know.
I don't know what a tunnel camera series is.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Tube, the music show from like.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is ChatGPT having a bit of a brain fart, because the answer is behind the scenes style features brackets varies, not an official title. I don't think they.
So it's not actually got a name then.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to ask you a different question that took my eye instead. So Sunderland famously had what slogan during their 2007-2008 promotion campaign? They sang a particular song about a football player.
2007, 2008.
It's the kind of song you might hear in the Spoons where Lee is this Friday morning. I'll give you a clue.
Don't know. Sunderland songs, I can't think. Niall Quinn's Disco Pants. I know about
That's
that one.
the one. Niall Quinn's Disco Pants. Yeah, I remember I used to go to Sunderland at the time with my mates if they had a spare season ticket, and because I unfortunately every time I went, Sunderland won, so they were like, "Come on, you can have a free ticket." And yeah, they used to sing it. They used to sing Niall Quinn's Disco Pants are the best. Yes. They go up for to his chest. Yeah, exactly. There you go. It was a classy song. Yeah, they used to love it.
I've seen Niall Quinn without his pants.
There you go. I want to insert vaginal dryness at that point. I'm going to move swiftly on. Sorry. Oh dear. Anyway, so yeah, Tom, 3-1-0. Go on, Chris.
25.
25. Bastards. Who scored Middlesbrough's goal in the 1997 FA Cup final?
You was in the FA Cup final.
You cheeky bastard. 1997, we got to 2 cup finals and got relegated. It was an amazing season.
Chris was knee-high to a grasshopper then. No, he still is.
I've got 2 in my head. Was it Ravanelli?
It wasn't. It was a trick question. The bastards that are ChatGPT said Middlesbrough scored none. They lost 2-0.
Yeah, I need to score. And Mateo scored the first.
Yeah, Di Matteo scored after 47 seconds because Ben was off his line in the first 47 seconds of a football match.
Thank you. Was that in 1997? Oh.
It was 97. Yeah. One of the worst football matches I've ever seen in my life. But there you go. Sorry, it was against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, so that was them being funny. Who scored Middlesbrough's goal? Very funny. Anyway, Steve, go on.
25.
25. That was the same. We just had 25. That was it.
Oh, 30.
Which goalkeeper played for both Sunderland and Newcastle?
What?
No, that's garbage. They're trying to be tricky again, but the same goalkeeper did play for Middlesbrough. He's played for Newcastle and Middlesbrough. He's never played for Sunderland. They were taking the piss there.
What era are we talking?
Tom's putting his hand down because he obviously knew the answer to Sunderland Newcastle.
What era? What era are we talking?
I would say last 20 years, last 15, 20 years.
Oh.
The Sunderland Newcastle one's Lionel Perez, but Sunderland Middlesbrough.
It would be.
Newcastle Middlesbrough.
Yeah, Newcastle Middlesbrough. Yeah, he was on loan at Borough for about half a season. He was cracking.
Oh,
but he's very, very famously Newcastle United's goalkeeper at one point.
Should you give it?
It's not your question. What do you want to say, Steve?
Shea Given never played for Middlesbrough, did he?
He did half a season.
Did he?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Oh, all right then.
He was brilliant. He was half a season. We wanted to sign him, and then Villa came along and said, "Oh, we'll offer you more money. Do you want to come and sit on our bench?" So he went, "Yeah, all right then." Which really pissed me off because if he'd stayed, we might have got promoted that season because he was bedrocking. He was class, as you'd expect him to be.
No, I have no recollection of that happening.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't unless you're a Borough fan. But yeah,
No.
3-2, and Chris just give you that one essentially. But there you go. 3-2-0. Tom, final round to seal the deal. Pick a number.
84.
84. Newcastle's women's team was taken in-house by the club in which year? Told you the random questions.
I think this is 2018.
It's not. Anyone want to guess?
2012.
No.
15.
2022. More recent than that.
Oh.
So, Steve, you got a chance. You could come back and draw. But yeah, first you, Chris. Pick a number.
50.
50 is... Newcastle Stadium stands on top of what hill?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, I know the thing, but I didn't know it was a hill known as that place.
It's not called St James's Park, is it?
The stadium is, but that's not the answer that ChatGPT are looking for. Tom,
The one goal is like quite far above another in altitude, like surprisingly, like something like something like a few feet, 4 feet, like, and so you downhill to the Gallagher. Is it Barrack Hill?
I think you're right, but you've said it, the ChatGPT's got it the other way around. So Gallagher was the answer. So, but I wouldn't have said Gallagher was the hill by any stretch. Yeah, I wouldn't have said that. Yeah. Anyway, it's ChatGPT. What does it know?
I'm getting questions here, by the way.
Well, it knows that Tom's wrong.
Questions here, by the way.
Steve, to go level in the last second, can you equalise?
Exciting.
It is.
50.
We've just had 50. 51. Sunderland Stadium of Light was built on the site of what?
It's got to be an Indian burial ground, hasn't it?
A recycling centre.
Oh, where's the history? Where's the history in that? There isn't. It's a former colliery.
Oh, well, I should have gone there, shouldn't I? Really?
So there you go. So you got 2 points, Steve. Chris, you got 0 points. It wasn't about South American football this week. But Tom Bird, congratulations. You are our winner this week with 3 points. Well done.
Much deserved, I think, really.
And we will take on feedback and try and bring back the shooting stars in the rise for next week. If people like that, if people prefer guests doing impressions of former footballers and answering random questions, we'll bring it back.
Very good.
There you go. And don't forget Snicko versus Thicko, the improved version, coming to future pod when Brez or Swanee come back on. There you go. We're here for when that ever happens.
They will be so excited.
Yeah, I bet they will. Whoever that person who gave the feedback is will be very excited. All right, that's it. That wraps up for another week then. A huge thank you to you, Tom, for joining us again this week. All the best. Last season, you came on towards the end of the season as a potential title winner. Do you think that could happen? Do you think you could go on a bit of a run?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have a good end to the season, get this sorted out. Get some of those double game weeks, and I think
there's one next week, isn't there? Tuesday night. There's one.
They're on the way. Yeah, that's for sure.
Thinking about which Arsenal players I want. No Wolves players. And confident. Thanks for having me on. Really enjoyed. Thanks.
Good stuff. Thank you. And remember, you can follow us on Twitter at SWYW _FPL _ is very important. If you're watching it on YouTube, leave us a comment about whether you liked Snick or Thicko last week or not. I'm guessing the answer will be no. Or ask us an FPL question. And thanks to you, Steve and Chris, as ever. They think it's all over. It is for this week. Enjoy your footballing week. Keep on singing and keep on winning. Goodbye.
Bye.
Get out of my podcast.